says it's not human.
No shit.
Okay, this is a weird one for me. This was my first time playing a Silent Hill game ever, and honestly, this might be the first Konami game I've ever fully played through.
What?
Yeah, no Metal Gear, Silent Hill, Castlevania, or Frogger in Toy Town. And yeah, I never played the original Silent Hill 2, so admittedly, I was pretty excited for this one. I even spent $80 fucking to play 2 days early and live stream my first few hours.
I might have pooped myself, you don't know.
I was expecting some spooks and stunning graphics, and yeah, I got just that.
Oh!
I also got convoluted ass puzzles, locations so depressing even Disneyland would kill itself, a boner, a story that made about as much sense as Donnie Darko, and a main character that loves to stick his whole fucking arm inside of juicy holes.
How far in is he gonna go?
Welcome to Casual Perspective, Hayden here. And today, we're gonna be taking a look at the remake of Silent Hill 2.
See a fart face.
Now, I'm gonna keep this video pretty superficial and casual. But from this point forward, you may see some footage of some later game areas as well as minor story spoilers, so spoiler alert, pussy. Our boy James's wife Mary is one dead bitch, and she's been dead for 3 years, taken by an undisclosed disease. Oddly enough, James receives a letter from his wife telling him she's in their special place in Silent Hill.
In our special place.
James is one horny boy, so he immediately packs up and heads to Silent Hill to find Mary. Pretty simple premise and certainly lays the groundwork for an engaging story. It is an exercise in patience, as there is not much payoff on the story until the conclusion of the game, and even then, it remains open to interpretation. Especially with there being 8 fucking different endings in this remake. I'm pretty sure James ends up actually being crab people in one of them.
Crab people, crab people.
The whole time I was playing, I was rattling my brain trying to guess what was actually going on in the story and what kind of a twist there might be. But yeah, this is one of those games where I kept playing just so I could see how the story was gonna end. Pretty commendable, as not many games can make me care about their story that much.
You're gonna go out there alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now gameplay. Do you enjoy exploring every last square inch of apartment complexes? Killing diarrhea monsters? How about constantly checking and navigating confusing ass maps? How about fucking reading?
Of thread they fall for the weight of their crimes, like blood and ugly corpses their sins.
If you answered yes to these questions, then boy howdy is Silent Hill 2 the game for you. Okay, I made that sound pretty negative, but it's true. The core gameplay loop here boils down to entering a new area with a primary puzzle to solve, proceeding to explore and unlock new parts of the map, and collecting items until you have all the necessary components to solve that main puzzle. All the while fighting and getting spooked by the various butt-fucking monsters lurking about. I will say this core loop is done very well, and there is a nice flow behind solving the mini puzzles and slowly collecting what you need to solve the big main puzzles. You always have every hint you need to solve the puzzles, but they do require you to pay attention and in some cases, write shit down on paper to help you remember. The combat in the game is pretty simple with limited weapons and options on how to kill enemies, but it all feels really great, especially the guns. Looking in every nook and cranny for ammo and health items is a constant activity. Looking in every nook and cranny for ammo and health items is a constant activity, as you're gonna need this stuff to effectively fight the diarrhea demons and the occasional boss.
What the fuck?
Really what it reminded me of was scavenging for supplies in The Last of Us, and if you enjoy that kind of thing, you will love this shit. For me, it's not exactly my favorite kind of gameplay. I get burnt out pretty quick constantly searching for items like this, but this remake does it so well that it kept me engaged and I knocked out the entire game in only a few sessions. For my playthrough, I had the puzzles and combat set to normal, and to me, it felt really balanced. Combat was just hard enough that I had to stay on top of my ammo and health supply, and the puzzles just challenging enough that I had to think, but not too hard where I had to stop and ask my mom for help. Okay, so maybe I still Googled the answers for the elevator game show, but that doesn't count. Now, it is officially spooky season, and if you're looking to use this game as a laxative, then yeah, you can't go wrong.
Whoa!
Is he crapped?
I'm a horror fan, and it can take a lot to actually spook me, but Silent Hill 2 pulled it off multiple times. Things are fucking creepy in this game. Every enemy is disturbing as hell, except the sexy nurses. And stuff is just unsettling to look at. The biggest offender for me were these 4-legged stump monster cocksuckers. These guys like to hide in really unsuspecting places and jump out at you all the fucking time. Then later in the game, they decide they want to crawl on the fucking walls and ceilings like a bunch of bimbos.
Oh god. I don't like that at all.
There's also multiple rooms throughout the game just covered in fucking bugs, and cockroaches are my biggest fear, so these were a challenge for me.
Let me out. Oh, what the fuck?
Aside from the enemies and spooky scripted moments, the environments themselves do a fantastic job at making you feel uneasy and at times straight up uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm looking at you, hallways made of flesh. The game's stunning graphics really make this stuff hit even harder and make it easy to really immerse yourself in the world. You feel like you are Silent Hill. So yeah, bravo to Bloober Team on the presentation in Spooks here. Good stuff. Hey Butters, what do you think of Silent Hill 2? Overall, from someone brand new to the series, it was easy to see why this remake and the original Silent Hill 2 have received the praise that they have. This is a proper piece of art and a really interesting story. Like, dude, they should make this into a movie. Ooh, maybe not. Admittedly, I wouldn't exactly describe this game as fun, and I probably won't ever play it again, but I'm really glad to have experienced it. Kinda like how Schindler's List is a fantastic fucking movie, but not exactly a fun time to watch, and I really don't ever want to watch it again. There's an IGN video that keeps getting recommended to me called Silent Hill 2 is utterly miserable, and that's why it's great. And yeah, I think that sums up the experience pretty well. If you're in the mood for an interesting story, puzzles, disturbing ass enemies, environments, and characters, definitely give this one a go. Just make sure you aren't wearing your favorite underwear when you play. So, to my 98.5% male audience, have you played Silent Hill 2 Remake yet? Did you play the original? What is the scariest game you've ever played? Head on down to the comments and let me know, you sexy fucks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next week for more Clash of Clans strategy tips. Later, nerds.
That's the sugar-free Lifesavers experience right there.